Bernadette Cappan, Chairperson, 4201 School Association, Tim Kelly, also. Next will be William Wolf, President. And then after that, Julie Marlett.
Ed, please start.
Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Bernadette Cappan. I'm the Executive Director of the New York Institute for Special Education in the Bronx. And I have with me Vivian Higuita, a student at the Institute, and Tim Kelly, the Superintendent of St. Mary's School for the Deaf in Buffalo. I'm here today as a co-chair of the 4201 Association. As you know, we're 11 schools made up of schools for deaf, blind, and children with severe physical disabilities. And we service the entire state, Buffalo, Rochester, New York City area, including Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens. So we are not just located in one area, and we're proud to serve the state of New York. We submitted our testimony, and I'll just make a few comments. We are really pleased, and we thank each of you for supporting us each year in our efforts. Last year, we were really pleased to be able to receive the 2.4% increase that was applied to our budget, and this was the first increase that we had received in 6 years. The additional funding has helped us, but we're asking at this point in the process that we would be considered to be on par with the school districts. If there's an increase, we know there's a slight increase for the districts, that would be also shared with us. We have exceptional needs for our children. Many of the aids and devices that children need to be successful in school are quite expensive, and we want to make sure that they are up to par and that they're also being able to achieve at a high level. We were very pleased, and we thank so many of you for supporting us in the Smart Schools Bond Act several years ago, and that this will really help us provide the appropriate technology that our children need. So once again, we're really looking that we're able to increase our funds to be able to provide a high quality education. We can tell you that we have positive outcomes, and we've been listening to that today. Many of our schools, our children are on academic par. Some of the schools, the children have more significant disabilities, but they're achieving citizens. Our schools are able to tell you that we have a 100% graduation rate at our schools, and many of the students are going on to higher education and careers. So whatever you share with us, we try to pass on to the students to be as successful as they can. One issue that we have faced in our schools, one campus is celebrating its 200th anniversary this year. The New York Institute is celebrating 125 years. We ask you to consider a one-time investment of $11 million for deferred capital improvements, and this would be things like roof repairs, plumbing, different audio alerting devices in the schools for school safety. This is not cosmetic, it's totally to be able to provide appropriate health and safety for the students in the schools. I brought with me today Vivian, and I think she's the best example of why we really ask you to consider increasing our amount this year, because our children, someone like Vivian, is an individual who has been a leader in school. She's been involved in many different fundraisers at school for other charitable organizations. She's an athlete and an all-around scholar, and she'll share with you a few comments. So, Vivian?
Thank you, Dr. Cappan, and thank you, members of the legislature. My name is Vivian Higuita. I go to the New York Institute for Special Education. I have been a student at the Institute since 2003, and I live in College Point, Queens, with my family, and we cheer for the Mets and the Yankees.
All right.
My favorite subjects are math, as well practical instruction that readies me for the real world. I am visually impaired. My vision is 20/250, and while I'm not blind, my vision is severely limited. And without the benefits of numerous surgeries, technologies, and specialized instruction, I would not be able to read, write, or conduct the everyday activities you may take for granted. With my right eye, I get to see, and with the help of several specialized devices, I can write and read. These include my handheld magnifier, a VisioBook to provide mobile magnification of written material, a VictorStream to provide downloaded audio content, a telescope for assistance with long distance vision, such as in an auditorium or theater, and my iPad. These are essential devices for those who are visually impaired or with low vision, such as my classmates. Many of my classmates reside on our campus 5 days a week, while others, such as myself, get up each morning to board on a school bus. For each of us to succeed and to accomplish our future goals, we need a school such as the Institute to accommodate our needs, and the individualized instruction we receive from our teachers also helps us understand challenging materials. When I graduate from the Institute, it is my goal to enroll at Queens College, where I would like to study vocational education in the hope of providing the type of support to others that I have received. I am here today because I want to be a participant in the process. Today is my 18th birthday, and I am committed to lending my voice to advocate for my classmates and friends who are blind, deaf, or severely disabled. Thank you.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank
We're
you.
thrilled that you spent it doing something for others and coming up to Albany, and thank you so much for being here today.
We'd say in summary then, we really hope that we support the increase that's been listed in the executive budget for us, to think about increased parity with the school districts and $11 million toward a one-time investment to improve our
Mike,
schools.
did you want to?
I leave you with a quote from Helen Keller, where she says, "Life is either a great adventure or nothing at all." And that's what the 4201 schools are all about. Each day is an adventure for the students that we work with. They bring joy to us, and they will be outstanding citizens in the future. So thanks for hearing us.
Thank you. Mike, did you want to add a word? Are you going to add a word, Mr. Kelly?
No, just thank you for including us in the Smart Bonds Act that you did before. Thank
Mr.
you.
Rock, go ahead, just jump in.
Someone's gonna have a
Thank you, thank you. Someone has
Just
a
as you get up, I just want to say, thank you. You guys are here every year, and I think the reason we're finally making progress with this is because of the outreach that has been done by, advocates, bringing your students out, having legislators visit, and just growing the understanding of what goes on in those schools. I happen to have, bordering on my district, Mill Neck up on the north part, and the Henry Viscardi School in the middle part of my district, and I visited them both several times. You're blown away every time, and we know that the investments we make there are going directly to providing opportunities for those students. So thank you for the work you do, and I know you have a lot of support amongst those of us sitting up here.
Thank you. We appreciate
Thank you.
everything you
Thank
do.
you.
Thank you.